Hey everybody, my name is Oshun. Sorry. Have so much in my mind today, gosh. Hopefully we see what's in store for this weekend. I wanted to get to see you guys because I know I haven't been so consistent with tarot readings. But if you want something more official to you and your energy, you can book a reading with me in the detail box below. All right. So the first card is King of Swords. This card has actually been coming out for a lot of readings lately. Okay, so this shows me that you could be a person in a situation that you feel like you just feel miserable in. You feel like you're being treated unfairly or unjustly. But like, your guys kind of want to tell you that the power is yours if you want to use it. But then it's kind of like the person has the power in their hands and they're just like, what do I do with this? And it's kind of like your guides are providing you with all the tools you need to succeed, but you're just like taking your time or you're playing around or maybe you're procrastinating. But your guides really want you to take charge of your life, but maybe you're just taking too much time. Maybe you're like being distracted, or maybe you're too focused on what could have been or what could have went this way or what you could have done to better a certain situation. But all you can do is look forward and look to the silver lining in things. And basically, like, try to find passion in your life, something that's fulfilling, because sometimes we may even be working a job that doesn't really fulfill us, and we think we have to stay because people say, oh, you have to work, you have to do this. But you get to choose what job you work. You get to choose how you lead your life. You get to choose if you work for anyone at all, if you work for yourself. All of that. And some of you guys may just be feeling very depressed over a situation that you thought was a long-term soulmate. So some of you guys may be just like carrying that burden of like, well, I thought this person was my soulmate, but it didn't work out. And it's going to be, I feel like there's a lot of moping around today. But a lot of like, I wish this could have went this way kind of feeling. I'm going to kind of elaborate on that and see what my guys say. It came out again, but see what else my guys have to say about that card. I really just want you to look at the bright side, even though that can be pretty hard at times. Like, really focus on your future, probably redirect that energy to yourself, even though it's really, really hard, because I'm finding that hard to do today myself. Yeah, it's about power struggles. A lot of couples have been going through power struggles. A lot of not knowing where you stand with one another, a lot of confusion, a lot of despair, a lot of turmoil. Maybe a lot of regret, like, oh, why am I in this situation? How did I get stuck here with this person? Or how do I get myself out of this situation? A lot of holding on to hurt feelings, and not really knowing how to move forward. So it's like really, instead of using the situation and saying, oh, how can I progress from here? Or what's the good out of this situation? You probably just like keep circling around all the bad shit that happened and like not. But definitely, some of you guys are focusing on moving forward. It is taking some time, so you may be feeling like a little because of that reason. Like, if you want to move somewhere new, travel somewhere new, or just expand in general, maybe go to school, maybe taking some time. But you are nonetheless moving forward. It just may not be as fast as you like. But my guys say things happen in divine timing, and you are on the right track. So for some of you guys who may be in a lot of you guys are going through a power struggle as far as couples and relationships. Like, you may be in a living situation that you feel very attached to the person, and you really don't want to let them go, but maybe the real thing that has to be done is moving forward or moving on by yourself, but you're not quite sure that like you want to do that. Like, you might be in a situation where it's like you can't live with the person, but you can't live without them, and it's really putting a strain on you. So it's like it's really stuck in between, like, that kind of imbalance. And it's really like both or one of you have to be willing to let go, or at least loosen your grip a little. So it can't be like, oh, I'm so attached to this person, I want to keep them in my life. You have to let them go or loosen up a little. If you're coupled, you have to allow them to be space to be themselves, to be free, and then possibly work on a solution from there, or regaining trust, or whatever the case may be in your particular situation. For some of you, though, who are single, romance is near. For some of you guys who may be in a situation where you feel stuck, you may have maybe a weekend fling came up, or maybe you just like need time to go out and have fun with a friend, or maybe just date, just to get out the house. Like your guys aren't making you stay anywhere or saying that you have to stay in a certain situation, like you can't be free. But basically they just want, and especially if you've been a homebody and you need to get out, like maybe consider going on a date or just calling up friends that you have, or even reaching out to friends that you can have girl time with, guy time with, whatever the case may be. But you do need to get out and mingle more, even if it's like, for some people that might be clubbing, for some people that might be going to bars, for some people that may be online dating, for some people that might be just reaching out to friends from social media, calling up a friend. There will be a lot of heart to hearts this weekend. As far as today, starting today, you could have a lot of heart to hearts as far as like resolving issues. Could be receiving a love letter, email or text from an ex-lover, or from a lover in general, and how they really feel about you. But yeah, let's see. Justice. So yeah, justice is working. Like if you feel like you're being treated unfairly or unjustly, like justice is working in your favor. So like even if you can't see how this is working in your favor now, you will soon or shortly. Like maybe Saturday-ish, or maybe at the end of today, or like by the end, like this weekend, you may have improved in a situation where you feel stuck. So you may come to terms with something or someone. Like you may feel like, oh well, this is why this played out the way it did, and you can make amends with it. Maybe you get time to sit by yourself and meditate, and then you have an epiphany to get past a certain situation you feel stuck in, or maybe you actually find a new place to go or move, or whatever the case may be. But justice will be served. I do feel like there's a lot of heart to hearts. A lot of couples may be coming together to speak authentically to one another and speak really openly. Like, this is how you make me feel. I was hurt when you said this. I appreciate if you didn't do this anymore, and so forth. So the last one is a pretty happy card, because the rest of this reading was pretty like morbid or like really sad feeling and depressed. Maybe that's just my energy right now. But this is a very happy ending. Like, some of you guys have been promised marriage for a long time. It may or may not be the partner you have now, or maybe it's just a like not right now kind of thing. A lot of couples do have a lot of maturing to do. A lot of individuals have a lot of maturing to do. Maybe there's a lot of growing to do together. Maybe there's growing to do separately and together. So it's kind of like you just never, like, the outcome is going to be beautiful. The work right now seems very hard to go through, because it's like there's a lot of stubbornness in the situation regarding to relationships. There's a lot of stubbornness, a lot of my way or the highway, a lot of, I'm not doing this if you don't do this for me. A lot of like, I won't just, like, a lot of things are happening to not allow you guys to love each other the way you should be. So until that can be dealt with, then that happy ending cannot really come into play. But a lot of you guys are in a soulmate union, and you guys kind of want to remind you that. So this union is unbreakable, and that there will be kids in this situation or come out of this situation in a long-term commitment or arrangement. So again, and a lot of it, like, it may not be like this right now ordeal, but it is a promise of marriage for whoever you could be dating at this time. But yeah, with that being said, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy any get-togethers you're having this weekend with family, friends. Be good to yourself. Like, do things that make you feel happy. Take it easy. Go out and sunbathe. Take breaks if you're working this weekend or studying this weekend. Like, drink a lot of water. Eat good food. Reach out to people you care about, and let people receive. Let people take care of you or give you gifts. For some YouTubers, you could be like receiving a lot of clientele this weekend around Saturday or Friday today. Just be open to all the blessings coming into your life. And things will work itself out, even though you may not see it now. Be dope, be unapologetically. Peace.